Hey guys, this is Ali, and welcome to the second part of Exploding Candy Juicy with the strawberry juice. You know? Okay. All right. So before I begin this tutorial, I just want to give a shout out to Trooper. If you don't know who's Trooper, link in the description. He's a really amazing young designer motion graphic designer. He's really young. Trust me. He's like I think he's 16, 17, and the guy is on fire. I mean, trooper. So please relax. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's continue this tutorial and let's. All right. So we stopped. I think where we baked the whole thing, right? This is where I remember we stopped. Okay. And I was gonna record this tutorial yesterday, but we had some issue, and I'm sorry, guys, but you guys, you need to bake the thing again, bake it again, and I'm sorry, but shit happened, I guess. All right, so the issue that you guys gonna have is if you notice this, let me first hide the pieces that we baked yesterday. Okay, uh, so this is what we baked, and this is not. I guess non-baked version. All right. Uh, did I do this right? Yep. Okay. I guess I don't need the floor. All right. So this is the one that we didn't bake yet. Okay, let's say. And if you notice one thing, let's go to frame 17. Okay. So let's go frame by frame. All right. If you notice this and zoomed in actually and do a render, god damn, that shit is already starting to give crack and all this. It's not gonna work, it's not gonna look good and, close shots like that, maybe or from an angle or something, and you do a render and bam, you already can see it's already, you can see it's fake shit. It's not, you can't put that shit on TV. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Relax. Okay. And I think there is a solution, don't worry. So all you have to do is go back to frame 17, okay, and select your dynamic tag, or rigged body tag, on your fracture object, and go to collision, and just keyframe the shape from off, bam, to automatic. Yeah, automatic. Go to frame 18, and yeah, set it to automatic and add the keyframe, and that's it. So frame 17 is set to off, and frame 18 is set to automatic. Easy as that. Now if we play it, bam, and we are now frame 17, and if we do a render, look at that. Looks good. It's not perfect, but it's better than before. Trust me. And if we move to frame 18, now it's start to actual collision or have a collision and start to break, as you can see over here. And frame 19, break start to happen and all that, all the good stuff. So I'm sorry guys, but I guess you know shit happen. All right, let me get a sip of water first. Water. You can't live without it. Speaking of water, I'll tell you the story happened to me once. I was at the club, okay, and you know, trying to order a drink. And I called the waitress, hey, and some old guy, I think he's from UK or something, and he ordered, and he said to the waitress, "Can I have some water?" I was like, damn, that sounds like amazing. I don't know, drink. I thought it's a cocktail or something. Something will make you drunk for sure. So I was really excited. So I told the waitress, give me what he's taking, and waitress go to the fridge and start making sound. I thought, damn, that he's mixing the cocktail now. He's mixing it, and he comes with two bottles of water, and he give the guy, the old guy, and put the bottle of water in front of me, and he's like, "Yeah, here's your drink, sir." And in my head, I thought, maybe you'll need a water after this. That's what I thought. You need a goddamn water. So the drink is so amazing that you need water after. So I was standing, waiting, and then the waiter, he's like, "You need another drink or something else?" I was like, "This is the water," and he's like, "Yeah, this is the water you order." It's like, damn, I felt so stupid. So water is actually water. That's what I found out in the end. But yeah, good times, good times. All right, and so we all you have to do now is bake your fracture object again, and that's it. I think we baked already the spheres, so we don't have to, I mean the dummy sphere or the fluid sphere. We don't have to bake them again. So if you guys did so I'll wait for you. So go ahead and bake your objects. Don't worry, I'm waiting. It's okay, I don't mind waiting. Go ahead. But yeah, quick, please. All right, so you guys can pause the video, I guess. Okay, so let me delete these two, so we don't need them anymore, and let's delete the floor. And I hope you guys baked your object. And here's our object. Here's the baked one. And now let's go to the next step, which is exporting, right? We want to export something. We want to go to RealFlow. So let's go to plugin and reflow and mesh, or sorry, SD exporter. All right, let's look at our objects list, and you'll notice one thing when you scroll through, that you only see in one sphere, and I mean you see the two spheres, the spheres right and sphere left, but only you see one set of what you call it of the broken sphere. We only have one set. So the thing I found out about this, and the way to fix this issue, is to rename one broken sphere. Rename it to something else. Either you change the name of the right sphere or the left sphere. And I mean something different. Because you see now all of the pieces have the same name. Right sphere and the left sphere. You see they have all the same name, the same numbers, everything. Because if you remember it, we copied these. We didn't make new one. We copied it. So that's why they have the same name. That's why they have the same name and the same numbers. So basically, all you have to do is go to, say for example, this is piece 1. So you just make it 11, and this one you can make it I don't know, 22. This one 23, 33, and it goes on till the way to the end. So basically, you just put in the same number. 10, you just put another 10. Bam, like this. And 97, you just put again 97, something like this. The thing, I don't know, maybe there's an easier way to rename it, but hey, I still don't know how to do it. If you know, this is good for you, but this is the way I did it. So yep. And after this, you'll notice that if you go to plugin and RealFlow and RealFlow SD exporter, you'll notice here's our pieces that we renamed. It's right there. So I know it's a long step and long process, but hey, this is what you have to do. This is not Cinema 4D problem. This is RealFlow plugin problem, exporter problem. All right. After you rename all of your objects, you will need a place to save whatever you want to save your SD file. I recommend for you to make a folder and name it RealFlow project or something. And that's it. You just click Add All, and make sure you set your time to 200 in your the SD exporter, and that's it. You just click Export, and then we're gonna go and jump to RealFlow. So let's go ahead actually and close Cinema 4D since we don't need it anymore. Alright, so we in RealFlow, and like I said, in every RealFlow tutorial I made, you need to make a project, a folder, and put the whole stuff on it. You can't just, put it in the desktop, I don't know where. and then you try to find your, the stuff that you're looking for example, your particles, your mesh, and then you can't find it. So it's really good to find a place to save your projects. So, name the file and click on location and look for wherever you want to save it, and that's it. All right, and let's create a new project, and you must enter a name, I guess. So let's call it P4D. Very original, right? Create. And the first thing you will need is to import your object. So let's go object and import, and look where it took me, huh? Very crazy. Real floor, test, and we need the SD files, and we need this one. Bam. And here imported all of our object, renamed and everything, and it looks good. Alright, the first thing you want to do is select the broken pieces, I guess, if you want to call it, or broken spheres, and select all of them, right click and group them basically. It's just like put them in an all object. And real floor, it's just you group them and put them in a group, I guess. Right click on it, and if you want to rename it and make it look like professional, you're very pro, name it, I guess. You can call it, I don't know, say pieces. Yeah? Pieces? Should we name it pieces? Yeah, I guess pieces could use some pieces. Alright, so this is the pieces, and we here right sphere and left sphere, so no need to rename them. And other thing you need is a cube. Bam, cube. Who doesn't love cubes? Cube is everywhere, by the way. If you notice, they are everywhere. In your house, in your room, everywhere. Almost everything made of a cube, if you notice this. No, yes, no, okay. Maybe it's just me. And, alright. And play your animation, just to make sure that everything looks good. Alright, that looks good. And you'll notice one other thing also. Let me actually select them. Actually, let's just go view, element, and smooth shaded. So if you notice one thing, sometime you'll get this kind of issue. Not all of the pieces are exported, something like this, and look at that. So don't worry about this. It doesn't matter, we're not gonna import the same object that we made. We're gonna use the one we saved in Cinema 4D, and it's ready for us. So, and we have them like perfect spheres, so don't worry about it. We just wanna give the feel of the pieces actually colliding with the fluid, and this is the way we're looking for. And that's it. After this, you can go to press number 2 on your keyboard, and this is going to take you to the front view or side view. No, this is back view or front view, whatever. So make sure it's actually touching the floor, and play your animation till the end, and make sure it's not overlapping with the pieces. So I think somewhere about here will be good. Yeah, somewhere about here will be good. Alright, that looks fine. That looks fine to me. Press 4 on your keyboard, it'll take you to the regular render viewport, I guess. And we're gonna need to insert a daemon, which is K volume. So you click on this red icon over here, and you put kill volume, OK volume, and click fit to skin. So what this basically does, every particle or any particle go outside this daemon or this kill volume will die. And if you don't put the kill volume, and if any particle go outside the box or whatever, RealFlow will keep calculating this particle, even if it's not even in your view or render view or viewport. It's gonna calculate it, and it's gonna count for it. So you don't want to do this and take so much of your computer power, and actually keeping all the power for this simulation here, not just for the particle flying outside. Again, let's go to the daemons, and let's insert Noise field, I kept it default, you know. I just want a bit of, you know, organic movement going on. So just add a bit of noise. Keep it default, actually. Uh, Other thing we need is particles. So let's go and add fill object, and again another fill object. Don't forget we have two spheres. So the first one, we're gonna go to fill object and click on object, and let's scroll all the way down, and let's select the left sphere. Yeah, let's select the left one first and click fill object, yes. And let's select the second fill object and select our right sphere. Bam, and yes, fill object. And let's select both of the emitters now, and let's go for the resolution. Now resolution, that's mean how much the density of the particle, like, you know. So now it's set to 1, and this is how 1 looks like, you know. It doesn't look that good though. I mean, you can see how much particle you have inside. Well, if you increase this, say for example, to 10, alright, and let's reset this. Actually, let me take the pieces and just hide them for now, and let's select our two spheres and also go to display and click visible, no. And here's our particle now. Now we can see it. So you can see now they're pretty dense now, but in my in the test render I set them to be 15. Now you can go higher if you want, but this is just gonna, you know, use a lot of time, will take a lot of time, and will use a lot of power from your computer. So basically, when you do this simulation, you better go watch TV, I don't know, go outside, I don't know, play video games, whatever, you know. And when it's done, I guess. It took me about, I think, for this simulation, 200 a frame. I think it took me around, wait, around 4 hours, something like this. Yeah, 4 hours. So, you know, it will take some time. And it's really depends on your machine. Maybe you have, you know, some amazing computer, 12 core, something like this, then it will take less time. But I rendered this in 8 core, so 8 core took about 4 hours, 3 hours, something about this. So it's really up to your machine. And if you use a laptop, God help you. Alright, so the resolution set to 15, and surface, other thing, keep it default, density, pressure, all default. Surface tension, this one, let's set it to be 300. Tangent, whatever. Alright, that looks good. We done from our particles. And now if you want, you can simulate the whole thing to 200, and you know, you can see your simulation. But I'm just gonna make this fast and just, you know, right away just give you all the setting you guys need, and after this you just click simulate for one, and you simulate your particles plus you mesh it at the same time, which is I recommend this way. Alright, let's change the type to metal balls. It's okay, it's metal balls. And polygon size is very important, so let's set it to 0.015. This is after doing a lot of tests, I found out this the best setting to give this kind of, you know, the same look that you see in this background, I guess. So I'm giving you the setting to give you this look. So if it doesn't look like this, then you did something wrong, because this is exactly the same setting, guys. Alright, yeah, well, if you want also you can have a play, you know, hey, go for it. Let's go to filter, and let's click yes, and let's set the relaxation to 0.08, and the tension the same, 0.08, and the steps, that's very important. That's the magic, guys. 128, so 128. All right, and we're done. So all you have to do now is everything looks good, looks fine, and yeah, guys, you're good to go. Just save the project once, you know, click the save button and we'll save it for you, and just click simulate, and you'll be good to go, and you will have, and I promise you, you will have the same look of this in the end. So let's jump back to Cinema 4D, because let's imagine, simmed this front of you and you saw how the simulation looks like and everything, and we finished from this and we don't want to say, and we in Cinema 4D now. All right, so back to Cinema 4D, and let's open the final project actually, and I'm gonna show you the step from there. Actually, you know what? Let's start from a new project. So let's go to plugin Reflow, and let's go and select Reflow Mesh Importer. This is the one we need, and let's click this button, and it will take us to, you need to find the Reflow folder that I told you to make a folder for it, and then you'll find there a couple of folders. The one we need is the mesh, and you can select the first file over here and click open, and if we zoom out and hit play, bam, here are liquid. Now I don't know why for me it started flicking in the beginning, but this doesn't matter for me because it's, if you remember, it's actually inside the sphere, so we don't have to worry about this. If you get this, don't worry about it, I don't know why it happened though, but who cares, no one can see it. It's inside the shell, I guess. Excuse me. Alright, let's actually now, when I remember, we actually need our shell. So let's go back to the final file, which is this one, and I'm just gonna copy the shell. That's it. I only need the shell, so I'm going to copy this and go back and bam, put it right there. And here's our shell with our damn, that's a lot of material, right? Look at that. That's a lot of material right there. And so here we have our object, our shell, and if we do a render, looks good. 100% sphere, and fly around and bam, collide, and guess what inside? Our liquid. Look at it, our liquid, our fluid, and it looks awesome. Look at that. In the end you should get the same look of this if you follow the tutorial exactly like I did it. Alright, so let's continue with this, and let's make a material. So let's create a new material. I'm gonna delete the first one, this one, I don't need it. Alright, close this. Double click on it, and let's make this one semi-white, not 100% white, just close to be white. Reflection, let's set it to be 18. We don't need that much reflection, we just a feel, of a candy shell, because if you see the candy shell, it's actually not reflected 100%. Okay, so let's add it to the polygon, or our mesh, sorry, our sphere, the broken spheres, or candy, I guess. And let's make another material, create shader, and we're gonna add Daniel. I call it Daniel, by the way. I don't know. It's just for me. It's just easy for me to call it Daniel. And let's set this one, the illumination, to be 100. And for the color, just use, I guess, pinky, like this, pinky, yeah, pink, something like that. All right. If we do a render, looks awesome. So see, already looks like candy. No need to do anything else. The tutorial is done, guys. Thank you for watching. I give up. No? Okay. Looks good, looks awesome. Let's go and use some Grayscale Gorilla products. And the first one we're gonna do is set this to be better so we can see it. Okay. So Grayscale Gorilla HDRI Studio Pack. This is the first product we're gonna use from the Gorilla, and we're gonna use the HDRI Studio Rig and the Seamless Floor. Alright, awesome. And let's go back to select the Studio Rig, HDRI Studio Rig, and let's go to Studios over here, and have a couple of good HDRI. So let's use this one, drag it. This is the same one I used in the test. That's why I'm using the same thing. All right, and we can do a render now, and it'll look like this. Oh, already looks awesome. No need for anything else. Thanks for watching, guys. Please, sir, please. Okay, let's continue, and let's go to Grayscale Gorilla HDRI Light Kit Pro, and this is the light kit, and let's drag a softbox and another softbox and spotlight. Alright, looking good, looking good. Now the fluid is up there, I don't need to see the light pointing down. So let's drag it up. Select both of the soft boxes and what you call it, the spotlight, and just drag it up. Just like that. Just drag it up somewhere about here. Okay, let's select both of the soft boxes, and I think in distance, yeah. Let's increase the distance. We don't want it to hug the fluid, or the object. So somewhere about here, I think 1000 will be fine. Yeah, 1000 will be fine. Also, do the same thing for the spotlight. Don't make it actually 1000, so maybe 950, something like this. So just add 50%. All right. For the spotlight, I'm gonna change the color of the light to be kind of like a bit of orangish, just to give it different kind of feel. And select one of the soft boxes and just drag it to the other side. So it's actually, if the light lights the whole thing, and different angle, maybe a down angle like this. So you can see how my lights. All right, maybe I'll drag the first softbox a bit to the left. This one, let's take it a bit to the right also. Somewhere about here. Yep, that looks fine. So here's how the light setup looks like. So basically we surrounding the, how you call it, the object, or the candy sphere, or sphere candy, or whatever. Alright, so I guess we finished from the light setup, materials. What else we need? What else? So let's select the seamless floor, and let's change the first color. This color, let's keep it 100% white. Not 100, almost. Alright, just almost there. And the second color, let's make it like light pink, something like this. Since it's candy, you have to have some, So please, pink. Okay, let's go to our render setting now. The output, for me, I use full HD, like a boss. No? Okay. And for the frame range, all, and set your render, our frame timeline to 200. Okay. Don't forget we did the same thing for ReaFlow. We set the timeline to 200, so same thing. So start at 0, finish at 200. The same thing goes with here with the Cinema 4D. If you want, you can put more, and if you want to add maybe text object or something, I don't know. Really up to you. So this looks fine. Interlacing definitely best, and main level is 2x2, max 4x4. For me, I used 8x8. But if you want, if your computer can't handle it, then you don't want to wait for a long time, for render and all this, just make it 2x4 or 1x4. Really up to you. Really up to you, I guess. A fact, let's add the global illumination, and let's add ambient occlusion, and let's add object glow, and let's add, no, I'm just joking, delete the object glow. Just ambient occlusion and global illumination. Alright, so the GI mode, we want to be sky sampler, and go to sky, and the sampler, set it to 350. This give you better result, better render. And when you use sky, actually guys, if you use sky sampler, that actually reduce the, what you call it, the flickery shadow. So that's really helpful. So please, sky sampler. Okay, ambient occlusion, Just keep it default, no need to do anything crazy. Alright, so let's select our polygon and our mesh, our particle mesh. Let's go to plugin, and I talked about this plugin, by the way. So if you missed that tutorial, it's called Object Buffer. So sir, please go watch the tutorial. Let's select Buffer Booster. So what this plugin does basically is just add the object buffer for you and put the numbers and put it in the render setting, everything ready for you. So basically just click confirm and that's it. Click render. No, actually you need to do a couple of things. So basically what it did, if you don't have the plugin, by the way, all you have to do is right click Cinema 4D tag, compositing. In compositing you go to object buffer and you check enable, and this is number 1. Okay, so you go to your render setting now, multipasses, object buffer, and you put the same number of the object buffer one by one. If you have, now we have 2 objects. Alright, so right click on it, Cinema 4D tag, and add compositing tag. Same thing goes for it, enable number 2, because we added number 1 for the first object, so this is the second one. Same thing, object buffer, and you add number 2. And 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. It depends on how many objects you have. So let's delete these so we don't confuse the Cinema 4D. I guess it's already confused. Alright, so again, plugin, buffer booster, confirm. As you can see, it did everything for us, even in the render setting. Added the object buffer, added the number ID, group ID, everything. So let's go and add another multipass, which is shadow and reflection and MP inclusion and depth. Very important, the depth, guys. So please, depth, okay, and specular also. All right, now let's go to save. Now you need to save first the regular picture, which is the render, normal render. So find a folder and save it. And you need a second folder for the multipasses. So again, you find another folder, make a new folder and save it there. And now we go to compositing and check save. After Effects, include 3D data, and you find a place and save the file. You click save over here and find a place and save it. And that's it, guys. You get to go. You just render, and I'll see you in next month. No? Tomorrow? Okay, I promise you. Tomorrow I'll upload the final part, which is After Effects. And today I'll start also my render, so both of us, we start at the same time. Let's see who will win, and if you win, I'll give you my car. No, I'm joking. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and if you have any question, something you got lost, drop a comment, send me a private message, email me, or go to my Facebook, link in the description. Leave your question there, and I promise you I'll reply to you. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and so please like the video. No? Yes? No? Okay, bye. Peace.